Imagine this is like a fucking life, you know. And the points are, avoid the fucking rain. Imagine the happiness or prosperity is being in the dry places. But bad luck, poverty, not being ambitious, being a schmuck, is like being, you know, it's a rain thing, you know. So you're trying in the life, right? You're like, oh my god, you're trying, oh my god, you get a little bit, 5, 10 years old, you're 15, oh fuck, shit, I got a little bit of that, like, but I still got a whole life to make it, right? To Hollywood, hey. So you try again, right? You are like, hey, I want to be a writer. I was 15, 17, I was like, I want to be a writer. So I start to write every day. 15 years, I have written 10,000, without, I was graphoman, 15,000 pages, oh my god. I tried to publish it, 10 years I tried to, like, oh my god, try another 10 years. I'm 25, I gotta bet again. Again, I was like, fuck. I'm working my ass off in this life. I'm trying to follow some ambitions. I want to be the most famous writer ever, a thinker. I have written 10 novels. And they were all fucking going around all these publishing houses, you know. And I was able to publish a couple of short stories in the magazines, right? But I'm 25, the fuck, you know. And I was like, fuck, these 10 years, shit, I earned $20, literally $20 royalty. For 10 years from 15 to 25. I want to be like Jack London, like a Libra. I was like, let's push it. You still got a lot of time, right? And I was going to my 30. Oh, fuck! You know, this is like, I was 30. Oh, my, amazing, man. Shit, boom. I published in age of 29 or 30, I think. 30. The second book. Before it was the first one, but it was not like very successful, so they make these two together and they republish the first one to second. I'm 30. Fuck. And I'm like, I gotta chill out here for a while. I was becoming a little famous in this stupid town called fucking Brno, right? Where I was fucking living. And I made it to some point in my life. 1/3, 30, 60, 90. 1/3. I was an artist, I was a writer. And then out of blue, I take the book, I got crazy, I burn it out, I erase my Facebook with 20,000 fucking followers. They tried to make a movie out of that shit, they did some fucking theater playwright, whatever fucking shit. I jump on the plane, I met this crazy woman, she says come for 3 weeks to Philippines. I went there for free, she says come for 4 or 5 weeks. It's winter, you don't like it here. It's so fucking sunny there. I flew there for 4 or 5 weeks, I didn't come back 5 years to Europe. I never come back to my country of origin. I was 35. I changed. I realized that this is not the path I want to go. And I have a second chance. And I can still push it to the limits. And I do. God knows I push it to the limits in my 30s, right? So in my 30s, I really went on the raid. I was like, about this time, I won't be a writer. I'll be a loan shark. I will have a security agency. This time, I won't be some scientific guy from Europe being a fucking young worker fucking suffering. I'll be a motherfucker from some fucking criminal contract killing novel. I make $1 million, almost 1M. 6-digit dollar numbers. 35, 36. Then I lost it all. All of it, my friend. Then I flew back to Vienna. I started from the peak again. Then I flew to fucking Sri Lanka. I made some contacts over there. Oh my god, I'm 37, 38. Shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over here? I'm almost getting to the half. Or let's say I'm 45%. I'm 37, 38. I got arrested, or not arrested as well actually. But later on, I got fucking jailed in this free on jail. I stay in free bankrupting hotels, Shangri-La, Galadari, Marino Beach during the COVID, where 100,000 foreigners run away when the COVID hit, and only 500 left, 500, less than 1,000. I'm sitting by the Shangri-La bar, and I'm making joke of some guy who trying to talk to me because the hotel was empty. They were just gold smugglers of the gold, criminals or people who couldn't come. They put 20,000 people in jail for not wearing a fucking masks. This fucking guy was crazy. I'm there in Sri Lanka. Again, I have no money, nothing. I'm sitting by Shangri-La bar in the Shangri-La hotel. It's empty and there is some guy trying to talk to me in English, and I start to make a fun of him, pull his leg like, hey, for fucking Sri Lankan youth, you got a quite good English, motherfucker. And he says, yeah, this is because I'm a Johnston. My name is Johnston. I'm a minister of the fucking, I'm minister of the seas and traffic and ways and custom in Sri Lanka. I say, yeah, sure, motherfucker. Me, I'm a Donald Trump. I came here to buy Sri Lanka. He showed me the business card, whatever. The bartender says, this guy is legit. Anyway, we were nearby the fucking parliament. Long story short, I talked to Johnson, we start to sell fucking beaches on the fucking Kalpiti. I was like from the fucking DiCaprio fucking beach. The beach was so beautiful, you know. And they start to changing the royal titles from old Britain, blah, blah, blah. We start to selling the beaches for $5,000. People buy it for 10,000. And then next week, you bought it for 5 grand. And in 2 weeks, you resell it for 90 grand. And then these people for 90 grand, the acre resell it for 200. Long story short, I got really rich on selling the fucking beaches because I got a fucking paperwork from fucking this idiot. And then I put a fucking money in the Sri Lankan fucking bank, and I befriended this fucking crazy president, this fucking crazy professor or IMF who went there from Australia, who was lonely and who told me we stop interventing rupee. When the country is bankrupting, in moment when it's really bankrupting, the evaluation can be up to 50% per month. So I put this 200 gram, I put it there for 2 years, and he says like, but you won't fucking use this information, Daniel. I'm professor of IMF, but no, he was just lonely. I used the information. I could open a bank account. I was a foreigner. I was a Johnston. I have a business account. I got a fucking stamp from. I make out of 200 1M. I get the fuck out of the fucking bank. The fucking run on the bank, it was really bad. People were falling down like a fucking beast, you know. The Russian billionaires, Indian billionaires came with their jets, taking the oxygen bomb from hospitals. People were burning dead people on the street. It was a fucking COVID, right? It was crazy. And then they put an embargo on fucking money. And I couldn't get the fucking money, get the fuck out of the island. Because there was embargo on currency, because when there is a hit on the bank, the island was bankrupting. My friend Johnston, his house was burned down, president's house was burned down. People stormed into fucking parliament, set the parliament in the fire, beating the fucking politician with the sticks in the head. Embargo, shits, pandemonium. I knew I go to fucking airport, they will fucking take the fucking money from me. I couldn't do nothing. I was like, oh my God, I got 1M again. And I cannot get it out of fucking island. And the island is sinking down, the army will take over. And as well so I take $1 million. And I'm walking down the street. And I saw this sign, FedEx. I say, you're not gonna do this? I get in, I take foil paper, I went on Wikipedia, I learned something. I came back. I wrap it in foil paper, aluminium. I bring the fucking FedEx there with the box, and there was this guy, and he was like, you wanna send something? I said, it's documents. And in 100 bills, $1 million is, if you know what is money, it's not too much, If you handle sometimes money, the 200 gram, you can shove it in your ass. So I make it look like a fucking magazine with some envelope full of documents, And he was like, and I said, my friend, I cannot promise you the documents, this. He says, we have to open it up, the package. I said, hold on. You have two options. Either you open the package, you call police, the country is falling down, we fucked. There are some documents, I don't know what is there. Or I give you $10,000. $10,000 was like a 5-year salary. But I want you to see, like you put the fucking package in the fucking safe and then you bring it and you promise me that it delivers. I live in Gallery Hotel, and in that time I still have a business card that I am part of the Johnston, which I didn't want to show you. Like I tricked him, I said, if the package arrives, I stay here, I give you another $10,000. I'm in Gallery Hotel. You can verify, you can call there. I was there, I'm around, I was known there. And the guy says like, okay, he take 10 grand. Then I went to airport. I jumped in the taxi. There was a revolution going on. Everything was singing down. Went to airport. There was this guy. Hey, how are you, sir? You were a tourist here? I said, fuck yeah, I was. I fly to Maldives. I get out of the plane. They shot president in Maldives. There was assassination on president. I stay a couple of hours. They shot president, right? In Maldives, right? I get back on the plane, right? I flew to Serbia. I got kidnapped in taxi. I was traveling around Albania, all that fucking shit, whatever. I called my mother. Did the FedEx arrive? 3-4 weeks, nothing. 3-4 weeks. In the time of the COVID, you can enter only through Serbia or Albania. If you had no vaccination, I didn't want to go quarantine because before I was on quarantine, when I fly to Tokyo, it's like a jail. And I got an AstraZeneca in times when the kids, when the old people got it in age of 90. We already got it in Colombo from Russian billionaires, and we injecting that shit like one of the first one. But I had just the paper I'm vaccinated. I got the real fucking vaccination, you know what I say? So I was not in the system, but I got AstraZeneca before. It's the things happening in their life, you know, when you need servers. It's like a Netflix, yo. I arrived to Vienna, and my mother called me. She says, there is something strange happened. I said, what? The Christmas arrived early. It was May. I opened the box. It's some joke, maybe some advertisement. Somebody sent us fake $1 million. Little money. I said, mother, she almost threw it in the garbage. She was like, she didn't have, you know, when you don't see dollars, you don't know that the dollars are dollars. You know, it looks like a fucking, she was like, don't fucking touch it. I went to fucking Czech Republic. I get it again 1M. I flew here, I bought 4 apartments. I rent one of them, I flip it. 3 of them. I keep the 3, I keep renting it. I live in Canada, Miami. Latin America, 3 years, doing nothing, you know, putting money in the stock market. Here I'm living out of the rent. I'm 43 now. But yet, look at my hair. $1 million. Twice. Look at me. I'm losing my hair. I'm telling you. What makes you happy in life is not the money, career and all that shit. The currency of the life is time. That's why the capitalists don't want you to have a time. The currency of the control is fear. And the currency of the money is power. Currency of the power is money. But forget the money. The money won't make you happy. What makes you happy is the adventure, the reward. Muchas gracias. Then, when you're walking down the rain, nobody's give a, you don't give a fuck. You are like a neoprene fuck. You made out of fucking neoprene. Because you knew that in the life, you will always doing what you wanna do. No matter when you win or loser, there is no difference. Win or loser, good, bad. So wet, dry, what is the fucking difference? It's no difference, wet, dry. You just keep walking in the life. The life sometimes continuing, but on different fucking way. The detours are the most powerful one. I like detours. Who would know what happened if I did lost the second $1 million? And I flew here and I was totally poor in Malaga. And I had nothing. I have to start from peak and work here. Actually, that's what happened. You really believe me, the story? You don't believe me, the story, do you? No. Second time I didn't make the fucking $1 million. I just made it up. I have some little savings. I bought only 1 apartment. That's the truth. I don't want to pay the taxes. This video is for made over a crazy guy. Whatever is the story, whatever is the truth, right? Does it really matter? Do you see I'm walking? Look at the fucking smile on my face. And that's what I want you to do is the life. No matter what, keep pushing like a Sisyphus the fucking ball. Keep pushing that shit. And find some moments when you're happy. When you resist, mon ami, when you revolt. It was a great feeling. Not I make a fucking money, I flew from fucking Sri Lanka. The moment when I was on the plane, I took off after 2 years from this island. I went to Serbia, in the country of wild, crazy, Balkan, full of organized crime. You know, even the mafia needs to make money during. You know how fucking violent people become in Balkan? The cocaine coming from Africa. I was the first tourist coming to. They were robbing me all over. Yet I said I went to Albania, I went to Macedonia, I went to Montenegro. I say like, you crazy there, right? It's taken over by mafia in COVID, a lot of criminality. You will be I was the only tourist. It was like a Gulliver fucking trip, so whatever. I was walking down the street of Tirana. I went, all these hotels were empty. It was like one big fucking theater play. I was like, is it really real? The hotels bankrupting, the whole world was falling apart. The chaos, the destruction, the rebirth. Yeah. You see? Does it really matter what happened on the corner? It's there. You see? I got wet. I got dry my hair again. I got wet again. The now is the moment. The fucking now. I want you to enjoy the moment now. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. 1 year from tomorrow. You cannot bring back what happened before. Memories and imagination, only these two things can hurt you. But you can influence what's gonna happen next 30 minutes. You know what's gonna happen? I dry fucking my hair. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not a fag. I just let it dry. I'm a man. I drink some tea when I go sleep, because tonight I revolt, and tomorrow I start again.